We don't want to be Belgians. Kagame slams external pressure. Reassures National Security President Paul Kagame has condemned Belgium for lobbying for sanctions against Rwanda, accusing the former colonial power of a long-standing pattern of undermining the country. Dismissing these efforts as futile, he asserted that Rwanda has overcome far greater challenges and will continue to emerge stronger. Kagame was speaking at BK Arena in Kigali on Sunday during his citizen outreach program, where he addressed thousands of Kigali residents, reaffirming Rwanda's sovereignty and addressing regional security concerns, particularly the conflict in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC. Belgium's historical and ongoing influence. During his speech, Kagame did not hold back in addressing Belgium's historical role in shaping Rwanda's turbulent past.
Byarangiza rero Ububirigi bwakoroneje ibyo bihugu bitatu ngira ngo ni nabwo nazo koloni gusa zakoronijwe n'Ababirigi. Bakagenda bakajya Kinshasa bagatunga urutoki Rwanda bakavuga ko baza kurufatira ibihano kandi bagiye kubwira isi yose kubikora ku Rwanda. Ariko se we nta soni ugira.
He accused Belgium of being responsible for Rwanda's division and suffering, stretching back to colonial times and beyond. Some of the problems we face today are because we were colonized by a small country like Rwanda, which then went on to divide Rwanda and cut it into pieces. That country is Belgium, Kagame said. He went further to state that Belgium's involvement in Rwanda's past was not just limited to colonial rule, but extended to causing instability long after the country gained independence. They, Belgium, have been killing Rwanda for more than 30 years, and even today, they try to dictate our fate. We warned them before, and we will warn them again. President Kagame accused Belgium of being responsible for Rwanda's division and suffering, stretching back to colonial times and beyond. Kagame also slammed Belgium's attempts to pressure countries and international bodies into taking sanctions against Rwanda. But will we die from sanctions? Even those pushing for these sanctions do not know why they are doing it. They are simply following orders from Belgium, Kagame noted. When someone wants to kill you, what do? They say if someone slaps you on one cheek, you should turn the other. That's not for me. Forgive me and understand me. I didn't ask anyone for that. If you slap me on one cheek, if you're lucky, you'll still be alive. That's my religion. I will hit back anywhere, he said. President Kagame went on to say, there is nothing worse that can happen to us now than what we have already been through. That is why you should not be afraid. If you are afraid of dying, will fear save you? He emphasized that Rwanda's resilience and determination remain unshaken, despite the external pressures aimed at undermining the country's progress. We do not want to be Belgians. We are Rwandans, and we will always be Rwandans. Those who colonized us must understand that we will never go back to that, Kagame concluded. On DRC conflict, this is not Rwanda's war. Turning to the ongoing conflict in eastern DRC, Kagame was clear in his assertion that Rwanda is not responsible for the war that has plagued the region for decades. He refuted claims that Rwanda is fueling the conflict, stating that the roots of the crisis lie in unresolved historical issues and failures by the DRC government. This war is not Rwanda's war. It is not Rwanda that started it. What we are fighting against is the false narrative that blames Rwanda for a conflict it did not create, he said. Kagame pointed out that many people labelled as Rwandans in eastern Congo have lived there for generations and were not moved there by Rwanda. Some people found themselves beyond our borders through no fault of their own. It was not Rwanda that took them there. Rwanda did not take Rwandans to Kizero in Uganda. Rwanda did not take Rwandans to Masisi or Rutshuru in the DRC, he explained. He criticised the notion that Rwanda should be responsible for resolving an issue that was not of its making. He stated that if the Congolese government and its allies insist that these people must be sent back to Rwanda, then they should also return with the land they have lived on for decades. If you want to drive people away from where they have lived for generations, you must also remove the land they live on. But if you want peace, you must give people their rights. When you deny people their rights, they fight for them, Kagame said. Rwanda's security. The president emphasized that Rwanda will not allow history to repeat itself, particularly regarding the resurgence of groups like the Interahamwe, which were responsible for the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. Kagame firmly stated that Rwanda has taken decisive measures to ensure that such threats never rise again. This will never happen again. We will never allow the Interahamwe or any other armed group to reorganize along our borders and be used to destabilize Rwanda, he declared.